Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, this is not a typo. James C. Burns, Sergeant Frank Woods, Call of Duty, a few other things. Of course, the gardener shows up right on time. Hang on a second. I think they checked the schedule. Remembered. Oh, yeah, it's Saturday morning. Got to go out to Sarge's house. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? Nick, good to see you, man. Nice picture with the guitar. I love it. Teddy Bush, one of our favorites. Vic, how you doing? Tornado Alley. Man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, it's going to be a quick show today. Going to check in. My grandson. I always see he's grown up, isn't he? All right, for those you know, it's not really my grandson. It's just he's in Germany and he thinks I'm his granddad. So, hey, rebellious cat, how we doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah. What have I been doing? Let's see. What have I been doing? Just watching hockey highlights. Yeah, it is Woods o'clock. It is. Yeah, I start a movie on Monday. I have a movie I start this next week on Monday. Yeah. So I'm kind of recharging my battery, trying to get a few things organized before I hit the ground running. We're shooting in a place called Idlewild, which is sort of it's a mountain town about an hour and a half outside of LA. It's really strange. It's like you've seen a lot of shows out there, but it looks like it could be up in Colorado. It's kind of great. Hey, Ryan, how you doing? Church? Narcs. Right now, it is overcast. It is about 58 degrees. So it's perfect, actually. I like it. Hey, Zeke out Zombies, how you doing? Yeah, so I started a film. It's a Christmas movie. I go from doing a horrible zombie killing action thing to being a nice old bartender at in a Christmas film. I rarely do Christmas movies, and this is like gonna be fun. And I get to go up to the mountains for a few days, so it's just kind of super. Yeah. Oh, Stork is done. Stork is done. That's wrapped. We wrapped that on. When did we wrap Stork? Last Friday? Yeah, the day. Yeah, last Friday. That's when we wrapped that. And now looking at, I'm getting a nibble for a job in Norway. Maybe going to Norway 1st of June. So getting busy. Oh, dude, thank you, man. Thanks, appreciate it, man. Allows me to buy a better grade of coffee. Thank you, Nato. Reindeer we're going to take. Yes, we are. So any news report? Anything fun happening? I haven't seen. Haven't seen something here. I've watched too much news. You haven't talked to you since the hockey tournament. Yeah. I do want to see that Civil War. I do want to see it. I'm just curious as to how they frame it. I got a feeling they're going to frame anybody who is not Democrat as bad, which is the opposite of what's happening. It's usually the liberals that end up. The people who pine for liberalism, like the communists, they usually start the wars. The conservatives are there because they're trying to conserve things, trying to keep things in balance. So, and it shows a lot of. I got a feeling it's going to be very biased. I think it's going to be very anti conservative, anti-Trump. Probably, I'm sure they're going to shit on him. I mean, I haven't seen it. I just got from the trailers I've seen. They're making people. Yeah, just some of the archetypes, and I know how Hollywood flies. You know, Hollywood tends to have a very strong left leaning, and I think it's an anti-gun control thing as well. What people don't realize is that, you know, it's like it's the people who have power and control that are trying to maintain it. That's why they want to strip you of your ability to have independence. You know, I know it's like I feel like I'm going off the deep end. It's terrible. It's like every time I see something, there's something outrageous. Like the FBI, the head of the FBI comes out and says that we have a heightened terrorist attack warning, but yet the border is wide open. So they say, okay, we have heightened terrorist warnings inside the U.S., but yet the border is wide open. It's so incongruent to me, and it makes me think that I'm not crazy, and that makes me think that the conspiracy theorists, because there's some nutbags out there, there's some truth in what they're saying. You know, get out there, Teddy. Get out there. Hey, Cryptics, how you doing? Hey, Miguel. I think Call of Duty's where Call of Duty's always been. It's always kind of bumping and grinding, trying to figure out the next thing. You know, even Black Ops 2 was a bit contentious, you know? So I think it's always pushing the envelope. And again, I have no connection with Black Ops. I mean, with Call of Duty anymore, but they you know, they have a whole new regime in there. Microsoft owns them now, so who knows what the fuck they're going to do. You know, how much influence China has on it, because there's a lot of Chinese money in gaming now. So they're probably going to change the narrative so they can't do certain things. Hey, Nick, so you've seen it? Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be so derivative. And they're talking about the movie now. All the trailers just seem like, you're painting anybody who thinks having the right to carry a weapon is a nut or an insurrectionist. Like, no, that's not what this is about. When your government's weaponizing, you know, it's intelligence agency against, you know, Catholics. You know, if they don't like who you are, they use the tools against you. That's what I don't know. We need to have a much broader conversation about it. I don't believe the Republicans are any better than this. By the way, I think it's all the same. It's all the same cesspool. I am so uninterested in football right now. I've lost all my interest in football. Yeah, great. You know, whoever comes up next, it's fine. Since it became a political platform, I stopped really. You know, now I've become a political platform, so how can you not, right? You're going to Vegas. Oh, dude, I'm working, I'd come out and see you guys. Definitely go see Darwin when I'm there. Yeah, if I wasn't working, I would drive out. Maybe I will. Maybe I just drive out, but it's only like a 4 hour. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just drive out for a day, have dinner with you guys. We'll see let's see where I'm at. Yeah. Maybe if I go out we'll see. We'll talk. I got to see Darwin anyway. So, you know. Let's see. Iranian commandos. Sure, of course, that's probably happened. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, maybe this summer. I'm trying to work some stuff out for the summer. I have a wedding in Greece I want to go to, so I may make a European tour. Yeah. Oh, you did watch it. Well, Bob, what was your general take? Because I've seen so many things about it. General take. It just makes, I don't know. It just makes the guys. It just felt from how they marketed it It makes anybody who has a gun an asshole, and anybody without a gun is just Mother Mary. And I'm just thinking that's not the way it would go down. I'm fucking awesome, dude. My favorite Mason line, Woods. Hey, Liam, good to see you. Glad you're back here. What's my opinion on furries? I don't have an opinion on furries. I don't know any furries. If you think you're a fucking dog, go ahead, man. Just don't piss on my leg. I will, because I'll swat you in the fucking nose. I love it. Tomorrow, probably just getting ready for, again, I have a movie. I start a film on, yeah, I gotta get ready to travel. So tomorrow's a prep day. Sunday's always a prep. Sunday's the day I try to prep my week. I try to understand what I need to get done, to prioritize a few things. And then that's my Sunday. I didn't see that. Where did you see that information? Be careful of that. Don't be, yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh my goodness. Let's see, Bob. Oh, I'm glad you told me that. I may watch it now. Because it looks just like a political hatchet job from the way, but maybe that's how they're marketing it too, because that gets people, you know, it's like, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So maybe I'm glad you said that. Because people do get emotional, and when you get emotional, you can do stupid things. Calvin Rivera, our favorite kind of Rivera. Oh, hey, Toby. When I was younger, I did. I do not like big game hunting. I know I grew up with people who just want to kill shit because they want to kill shit. I have a lot of friends who are also deer hunters, and where I'm from in Massachusetts, there are a lot of deer. It's a plethora, and if you don't trim the herds, they will starve and they will get hit by cars. So I mean, and there's no predators up in the Northeast anymore. So there's no big bears, there's no big cats. So deer just grow like they proliferate. So I'm a big fan of deer sausage and deer jerky. So I'm up for that. People who just go to Africa and kill elephants, you're a fucking asshole. I don't care. You're a fucking douchebag. So I hated one of the Trump sons because he went there and killed like a giraffe or something with a bow and act like a man. I go, dude, you want to be a man? Get a fucking knife and go take out a tiger with a knife. That's the thing. That's why I hated one of the fucking Trump sons, because he went out and killed a lion or something like that. You fucking asshole. Go kill a lion with a 30-06 from 1,000 yards away. To me that's going out just to kill a grizzly bear because you can. It's that's to me just I have that. It's like killing dolphins or killing whales. What are you, fucking stupid? Deer, elk, fine, it's food. Rabbits, even if you're going to take out even geese, there's a lot of them, and you use it. But to hunt just for trophy hunting, I think you're fucking idiot to do that shit. I have never been to Dubai. I'd like to go. My friend Bobby Layton goes here quite often. I gotta keep my head up here so I can see my. Let's see. I think I'll make it want to have the movie put into it. I mean, I think that's how they marketed it. That's how Bobby. That's how I saw it. That's how they marketed it. That's my reaction. Like, oh wow, they're painting. They're drawing a line, and that's the best way to get somebody to pay attention to something, is to get her pissed off, right? It depends on where he was at the time. Well, there's bears in the Northeast, but there's just not grizzlies, and there aren't enough really to make a difference. I mean, there's a lot of deer. I mean, deer just as the winters get softer, the deer survive more and they reproduce more, so the babies live long. So all these indicators that make survivability of deer have gone down, have gone up, and the predator and the things that make deer less viable are going down. So I mean, I don't think there's any bobcats. There's a few coyotes, but there's not enough. I mean, there's just a lot of freaking deer. I mean, if you drive from New York City up to my hometown, Pittsfield, you'll probably see 400 or 500 deer on the way up, and you'll probably hit my buddy Rick. I think has hit 3 of them already in the last 5 years, and you can't help it because they run in a row. I mean, so deer hunters, go have at it. If you're going to kill a grizzly bear just because it's a grizzly, don't fucking do that. Or especially don't go to Africa and kill elephants. What the fuck is wrong with you? People, elephant hunters, are you fucking stupid? Even lions. I mean, again, I get really animated about that. You going to Mexico? Good luck, man. Mexico beaches are great. I've been there a few times. I've worked a lot in Mexico. I worked down in Escondido, and yeah, man, I love Mexico. Be careful though. It's don't go wandering any place because just don't. Yeah, deer. I mean, when it's prepared, it's got to be prepared right. I mean, wild game. I've had elk steak. I had bear once. Didn't like it. Little, really gamey. Like you can tell a game. So a lot of the deer's got to be processed right. They got to bleed it right. There's a lot of things to make the deer taste good. You have to do things right. I love it. I missed it. It wasn't a thing. The eclipse wasn't interesting. I mean, I've seen them before. I was busy, and it's just like it's an eclipse. People are saying, "Rock on, man! Whatever floats your boat. If driving 500 miles to sit there and watch an eclipse floats your boat, I got no problem with that. You just don't piss on my leg. That's all." Hey, Stiff 18. Doing great. So I'm getting ready to got the studio kind of cleaned up. Spent that this morning. I am getting ready to start a movie. So I'm doing my homework. I had a fitting yesterday. Really cool cast. Really kind of good company. So yeah, it's Vengeance. Yeah, man, it's spring. Spring has sprung in PA. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in here that ain't planes. So again, until I see something really definite with my own eyes, and even then, I got to walk up and touch it. I'm skeptical. I am sure that we have aircraft that we don't know about that's under development. I have no doubt about that. I mean, my experience is that what we have for public consumption runs about 15 years behind what DARPA has developed for the military. Even some of the things I saw in Afghanistan when we went there, there's a few things that were next generation technology that, oh shit, look at that. And that was 20 years, that was 10 years ago. And now it's just coming into the public space. So I have no doubt there's things out there that we don't know anything about. I think it's great. I think they're just trying to make a profit. And if you like the game, you like it. If you don't fucking buy it. Simple as that. I mean, simple. This is simple stuff. If you don't like something, don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't pay attention. The only thing that matters is where you put your attention, and that's a decision you get to make every day. What are you going to focus on? Right? And if you don't like the reboot, don't buy it, man. Let's just go on to something else. Well, as a Mexican too, not just as an American, but it's Mexico. There are we. I mean, we worked there, and things had to be paid off. We were told we're in Rosarito Beach, And the production, look at man, don't go outside the hotel, at night. Stay in the hotel. Don't be stupid. And that was from the production company. So look at, this is we're paying for protection here, but don't be, don't test it because it's the Wild West out there. And I worked in Mexico City for a while too. I had a hockey school there, and there were some things we had to do. There's some crazy shit we had to take care of. Every day. I do something every day. I try to do something every hour because when I sit a lot, when I edit and I work at the studio here at the station, so I move a lot. I'm not in the shape I'd like to be, but I always feel good. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. I don't know about that. Is that an insult? I don't know. Hey, hey, if I'm in town, I'll be back there in May. Let's try to do something, man. Yeah, talk to Roach. Um, yeah. Hey, dude, I was there for the Bay States, man. I was there. I was gonna call you, but I got wrapped up in the hockey tournament up in North Adams, and we played 5 games, skated 5 times in 3 days. I was spent. So yeah, maybe let's find dinner or something. I know it's man. I know it's you, Hafe. I know who Billy Ball is. Come on, man. The weather's great, man. That's why it's California. Uh, Voiceover jobs. Well, there was one, but the company went belly up. Yeah, I was working with Deviation Games on something on a really huge IP, and it just kind of, things happen, man. Money ran out, and I was very excited about it. It was going to be it's going to be the size of Call of Duty, but it just goes to show it's really hard to do this business. This is you know, my honest opinion on vapes. You're fucking stupid if you vape. It's like smoking. You're fucking stupid if you smoke. Smoking is so stupid and it's so understood as bad for you that we don't even make movies about it. There's a time when every other movie was about the perils of smoking, the evil of the tobacco companies. We don't. It's so understood that smoking is bad for you that we don't make movies about it anymore. That's how fucking stupid it is. So vaping is. Don't do it. Just don't. I don't think so. I don't know. I have friends who were involved in the negotiations, and they are really determined to make it work because, you know, a lot of people. I don't. I don't think so. I don't think so. That's my opinion. Hey, fucking hey. Netherlands. Well, yeah, not getting rid of alcohol. I'll never get rid of. We tried that here about 100 years ago. We tried that. Did not work out too well. Alcohol is going to stay no matter what. You want a business that you're never going to always make money at? Liquor stores and dry cleaners. Always laundromats and liquor store. You want to have a solid career? Laundromats and liquor stores. That's my suggestion. Yeah, it didn't work out. They closed their doors. I had lunch with Dave Anthony last week. It's kind of sad, actually. We're really kind of bummed out. I was hoping there'd be a future there. You smoke? Hey, man, knock yourself out. But at the same time, it's like there's nothing good that comes from it, you know? Your whole family's that's gonna be fun. That'll be fun. Depends on where in Mexico you're gonna be. I had a hockey school in Monterrey, Mexico. I had one in Mexico City. Monterrey was fucking crazy. Monterrey was crazy. Mexico City depends on where you are, but Monterrey was fucking nuts. Matthew, good morning. Cryptics. No, you're not an idiot. You're doing an idiot. You are not an idiot. You're doing an idiotic thing. There's a difference. It's because you'd have to do a lot of idiotic things to be labeled an idiot. All right. So I mislabeled that because a lot of good people I know they smoke and do stupid shit. But no, you're not an idiot. I think smoking is an idiotic thing. That's all. I think it has zero value other than the nicotine hit, which you can get by just sucking on a cigar, like I do. So no, I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm saying, but it's an idiotic thing. So I misrepresented that opinion. I swear to God, it's as if they wait until they see that I've gone live, and then they start working around the compound. It's crazy. It's funny. Charlie Palmer. No, I had to. I got a new job. The beard is gone, and plus the beard was full of like all types of. They put this fake blood on you when you make these movies, right? And it's all over my face. It's fake blood and it coagulates on the beard, and sometimes you can't get it off. It's kind of awful. So they shaved it down. It'll be back. I have this cowboy thing I may go to Norway for, and they're gonna want the beard back. So this is just it'll be kind of this way or less because this is a Christmas movie and it's gonna be a really nice. It's called can I tell you the name of it? Yeah, I can tell you it. It's called Christmas Uncorked, and yeah, I play somebody's dad. So. A lot of people smoke. My dad smoked. My grandma smoked like freaking chimneys. Absolutely. Good man. Good man. Do I learn my lines in private or rehearse with the other? I always over prepare. I will sometimes hire, if I have like on a soap or something and I have to know lines a lot, I'll either hire somebody come in and read with me and get ready, but I do all my preparation alone. I mean, I do not like failing in public, so I will really get it nailed down. What I do as well is I'll record it on my phone, and then I'll record the whole scene, and then I'll edit out my lines, and I'll practice with I do it in the car, just practice it, make it conversational. So I need about 30 or 40 repetitions to really get, let's say if it's 2 pages, I'll need 30 or 40 solid reps to where I'm really comfortable with it. It just flows, So yeah, great question. And sometimes you rehearse, sometimes you don't. Depends on, sometimes you get with a star and they don't have time, which is totally understandable. I've been on the other side of the foot where I don't have time to agree with you because I have 15 scenes today. And I can't, so you try to get as much rehearsal as I can, but there are other times when you just show up without, you get rehearsals and you get 1 or 2 takes and you leave. Because some directors really like it fresh. They like it when it's kind of that edge is there where you're not quite sure how it's going to turn out. And it really pops some life into the scene too. I mean, there's a couple of directors I've worked with who love, when you're just not 100% ready. Because it's called trenching. Sometimes you get entrenched in the performance and you forget to add in what's happening in real time, right? So a lot of directors like to prevent that by keeping you, like Herzog used to change the fucking scenes on you sometimes. So, yeah, great question. You must be in the business. All right. Oh, Cryptus, I'm telling you, man. When I played hockey there, I remember flying. My first time flying was on Sabina going into Belgium, smoking on airplanes. But they got okay, smoking have a non-smoking section, as if the smoke in the back of the plane is not going to drift up to the front. Yeah, I was amazed at how much people smoke. They still do in Europe. Yeah, adamant wind. It is going to be 2025. Think about that. Almost easy. Good morning. Yeah, I think anybody who I don't know, man. Smoking is just it's an addiction. Once you start, it's really hard to quit. Hey, I've been a lot, man. I've been to Asia. I've been to Europe. I've been to the Middle East. I've been to Iceland, Canada. I've been around. I've been around. I invite you in. No, I did not. Oh yeah, right next door. I've got right down the street from me. There's a restaurant, and it's a Thai restaurant, and the guys, the kitchen staff, out there smoking dope. You can walk comes floating down the street. L.A. man. Yeah. I do, and sometimes I do work with smaller productions, depending on my schedule and if I really like what they've written. So, here's the thing: don't ever be afraid to approach somebody. Just be respectful and be if someone asks you to leave them alone, just do so. But never ever be afraid to present yourself and say, "Hey, can we talk about something?" Especially if it's a girl. Don't ever be afraid to walk. Hi. Which if they reject it, fine. Walk away. Be respectful, but never be. You can approach anybody. You can ask anybody anything as long as you respect the response. That's it. You quit alcohol? I go in and out. Yeah. I have never wanted, I tried smoking so hard in my 20s. I tried to be cool. I was kind of doing the New York music thing, and smoking was kind of cool back in the 80s. And I just kept coughing. And half the reason why I quit music business, because most of the bars I was playing in, they were just, there's blue smoke. And I wake up smelling like smoke, and I was coughing. That's the reason I kind of left the music business back in the 80s, because I couldn't deal with the smoke. No interest, man. No interest. No interest in that at all. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? You don't know. Well, here's the thing, and that's a great question. Here's the thing that I try to live as a rule of thumb, so to speak. And that is sometimes just changing the thing here. That sometimes you can't being an actor is not a civil right. It is not an entitlement. It is not a constitutional amendment. It's somebody saying, "Oh, I like what you do. I'll pay you for what you do." So it's always going to be that. And when things slow down, you can't blame the people who make the movies. Because I'm a volunteer here, so if things slow down, just do other things. Have a whole life. If your whole life is to be this one thing, good luck. The stars are hard to come by. The middle class working actor is a slowly dying breed. Either you're a star or you're somebody who's just working for scale. So that is my disposition on it. Things that I always stay working, I always have something to do. So I don't really notice the, there's always auditions, there's always things to do. And booking a job, there's no rhyme or reason. So did it affect me? Sure. Did it impact me? No, there's no impact. Nothing changed. Well, thank God you did it. Hey, Jay Cast. Doing well. I'm doing well. I like hockey. That's it. Yeah. Oh, you know what I love now is the Savannah Bananas. Yeah, the crazy baseball team, Savannah Bananas. I love them. I love them. Greatest thing I've ever seen. Fun baseball, finally. I do lift, not as often as I used to. I have a full, almost professional quality gym. I go in cycles, especially with my legs. I'm in a stretch and so pliability phase. And when I get more flexibility into my knees, I can go back doing leg work. I need to get a lot of strength back to my legs. I don't like that. Yeah, most of us are, brother. Most of us are terrified of women. Well, because you know why, right? Because your mom was a woman. And if your mom's unhappy, you're unhappy. And that's kind of it goes like it's from our mom. If your mom didn't give you a really good base to deal with women, then you're going to be afraid of women. And but here's the thing, they can't hurt you. Women can't hurt you. Not gonna, it says other people's words, thoughts, and actions do not, use them ever as a personal validation or don't use them to define yourself. Don't use them to make feel good about yourself. Always find your own validation. Because if you depend on someone else's response, someone else not saying a word or somebody saying a certain word or someone doing what you want them to do, if that determines your happiness, you're fucked. Because now you got to control the entire universe to make sure they act, think, and say and do everything you need to feel good about yourself. That means that you're always going to be in conflict, which is like most of these fucking crazy people out there. You gotta come in. Why they scream and go fucking nuts? I mean, that's what it creates. When you demand the world make you feel good about yourself, you're fucked. Smoking in general was bad back then. I mean, smoking in restaurants, smoking in clubs, smoking in church. Everybody smoked. I mean, I remember getting cars. You buy a used car, and the ashtray would be just burnt. And I remember one of the things you had to do was clean your ashtray every now and then. And in my dad's car, it was just heaping full of ash. And it's like, yeah, smoking was a huge, huge problem. It still is, but it was such a commonly accepted thing. It was like everyone did it. It was like a thing you almost had to do it to be cool. It does make you feel cool. Yeah, hey, baby. Well, here's the thing about that. I get it. I think, but your personal work, man, nothing gets to the core of your issues like dealing with the relationship, man. It'll get you, it'll get you moving. It'll get you working in the right direction. Because that brings up all the core issues of family, of money. If you're in a relationship, that's where you do your groundwork. Or just start doing things that you enjoy. Maybe you'll meet somebody there. You know, I wouldn't know how to be. I wouldn't know how to. I don't know how to be single. I don't know how to do that. It's just so hard. I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, I have never been on a dating app. I wouldn't know how to do that. It'd be so awkward to be on a dating app. I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't be good at that. You've been single for 5 years. I get it, man. I totally get it. I totally get it. Why you stay single? It requires you to work. You got to grind off the edges. You can't always. We're born with a certain level of narcissism. We have to just to stay alive. But if we don't burn that narcissism off through relationships, we end up, being unable to connect and communicate. You know, yeah, it destroys most. The unfiltered or unprocessed narcissism from being an infant that doesn't get processed out. It becomes almost impossible to defeat in your later years. Hey, Artworks. Um, Nothing. He's recovering, man. Dave's up to nothing. He's taking time off. Got nothing planned. We had a really nice lunch. One of the Usually our lunches are so either they're business lunches and they last forever because we're talking business, or they're just there's always a bookend on it. I got to be back in the office by 2, right? This was like kind of great because it was me who had to leave. I got a fitting to go to, so and he could hang out all day, which is really rare. I'm not used to seeing Dave with nowhere to be, and it's but we're going to start taking advantage of the free time like we did for many years. We used to ride bikes together. Now we're going to start hiking in the hills. We have some great mountains here in LA, so we're going to start going into the. So man, we got to get to the woods. We got to get into nature a little bit. Hey, Cryptics, you weren't cheated on. That wasn't cheated. She made us. Her decisions do not define you. She just went off and did her own thing. Doesn't mean you're good or bad. Doesn't mean anything. It just means that's what she did. You can do something else. No, very, very rarely. Probably I call it duty, but only in the sense that I didn't know what it was. But no, man, you can tell. You can tell when you're in the middle of a movie how good it's going to be because you're there, you're making it. You can tell if it's going to suck too. Again, my recommendation for this stuff is go out in the world, do something you enjoy, take a class, learn something. Be active in your own life. Be enjoying what you're doing. Somebody will show up if you're open to it. Well, are you lonely or are you just alone? The difference. Oh, next rollerblade stream. Probably not this week, but I'm gonna start skating again. Yeah, I'm gonna start my knees are healing up. I'm getting flexible again. So I'll probably start skating after the film. Probably that's gonna be early May, mid-May, because I don't wanna damage my knees while I'm making a movie. It's kind of actually I had some Call of Duty hockey sticks made. Actually, I had the Sergeant Frank Woods logo on it. Yeah, fucking dummy. Sure, hockey stick melee weapon, great. Put a razor blade on it, sure, why not? All right. I did not work with Sam at all. We exchanged greetings and information through Dave Anthony, but we've never sat down, never been in a room together. That was always either Andrew Hawks or Jeremy Dunn, the two guys who played that role across from me during when we were doing it live. Gene, we didn't work that much together. He's a great guy, really fun guy. But again, it was only like 1 or 2 days that we ever really worked together. What happened to Sarge's Grill? I just stopped making food. This YouTube channel became a real full-time job, and it's not what I want to do. I do this because I love you guys, because I love to communicate once a week, but doing it every day is exhausting, and it's not the career I wanted. It's not. So I just stopped investing time into it. Hey, Logan V, good to hear from you, man. Thank you. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting the urge to play. It's I gotta there's a few personal things connected to all that shit, so I have to work that out. But yeah, I'll be back. I still have my PS4. And I was playing solo, Jesus, about 10 days ago, and it was really fun. And I really like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. Am I good? No, not at all. I am not good at any card games. I can survive Outbreak now. I'm pretty good. I can probably get to a couple levels for Outbreak on my own. If I have a playing partner, I can probably do a lot better. But I don't. Mhm. But no, I'm not really good at any games. No, I do not. I multiplayer is misery to me. It's just misery. I can't. Um, no, it's just misery. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. And I don't want to spend the time to learn, which is the issue. I have so many other things I want to do. Learning that is not one of them. Check something here. Oh my God, it's 9:46. I'm just checking the feed. Oh, I'm live. All right. So what else? Let's see what's going on here. Let me check the news. Aside from the terror warnings, you got Diddy. You know what's going on with him? You got That's crazy. See, Matt to go. Hey, Matt. Which actor playing Hudson do I like the best? Again, I wasn't in the room with them when that happened. They came in and did the voiceover only. They didn't really come in the room. I like Ed Harris's version from Black Ops One a little better because that's what I was used to. You know, Ed Harris. I think he's a little more rugged than Michael Keaton. He's a little tougher, tougher feel. Michael Keaton is a little snarky. So I think, yeah. So I just felt more offended. But again, that's because he was the first one that I heard. Again, it was Andrew Hawks was actually the guy I was working with, and he was for as long as I was there. Andrew Hawks was so they just added those two voices later. No, I don't play a lot of games, man. I just don't have time. Yeah. Have I ever gone out of my way to get a role that I wanted because you knew it? Because yes, I have hustled a lot. I know, and sometimes you get the job, sometimes you don't. Um, yeah, that's like a 6% success ratio. You know, usually they know the good roles, the big roles. They know what they want. They know who they want. And you're going to have to do something really interesting or special. But it's not like it's not a meritocracy. It is, but it's not based on. It's based. There's two ways you get paid as an actor. One is if you have the skill and ability to tell a story, to take a story from point A to point B and make it, and make the narrative and the plot move along. And with that, you can make a good living. If you can show up, hit your mark, say a line, tell the good story, move the plot along, help fill out the character development. The other way you get paid is when you have the ability to draw attention to the project. When you're the reason someone comes to watch a show or come to a movie, that's called a career. So that means you get paid a lot more because you're the reason something. Like you go see a Brad Pitt movie, right? You go see a Tom Cruise movie. You go see a Rock. The Rock is in the movie, or a director has some of that power. So that's when you really have a career. Is when you are the reason the project gets made. So that is the industry, and everything else you're just you can fight your way in, but unless you're one of those guys who really is the rainmaker, you're really just kind of fighting for everything else. That there's some hustle room in there, but really they know who they want, what they want. Many times, yes, many times. My favorite prehistoric animal. I think velociraptor. Jib, how you doing? Well, I know. I think The Rock does a very specific thing. I think he's really good at. Like Arnold did a very specific thing. Even Robert De Niro did a very specific thing. Right? Most actors have a very basic box they work out. If you think most famous actors, Tom Cruise does Tom Cruise. Rarely is he not that guy. And yes, he has some great vulnerability, and he starts off with a vulnerable moment and becomes strong. That's always his thing. You know, he becomes that's his arc, right? But guys like who's that guy from Hell or High Water? Not Chris Pine, who played his brother. There's some actors out there. Like Gary Oldman is just a man. I mean, he's a thousand different things. Sam. Yeah. Anyways, there's a bunch of actors out there who are really chameleons, and I love them. Yeah, but guys like The Rock, John Cena, they do them. They do a thing. They do it really well. Because they're limited. You when you look like that, you're limited as to what you can do. Most great actors aren't built like that. Those guys they're characters. They're movie stars, which is different than being Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Oh, he plays a version of himself. Well, most actors do. Just his, he's a brand. So you're not going to see him go from that brand to because when you go to a Rock movie, you expect The Rock. When you go see a Tom Cruise movie, you expect to see the Tom Hero Cruise. Mission Impossible, Reacher. He's the hero, and that's what you expect from him. Rarely do you see him not being the hero. So that's what happens in these films. It's sad how Modern Warfare Zombies intro cinematic spoilers, Black Ops, Ghost War Zombies because it shows Weaver's fate. Well, remember, Woods was dead in Black Ops 1. So, yeah, he was good in Collateral. Yeah. But still, he was the villain, but he was still like, it's Tom Cruise. So there's only so much defeat he will take. You know what I mean? It is, and he's done some great. He was really good with what was that movie? He had the body makeup on. He played the breakdancing guy. He was Cruise is he's it's like talking about Gretzky. That's a whole other animal. Tropic Thunder. That's the name. He was great in Tropic Thunder. Yeah, yeah. Anything about the Israeli-Iran situation? How do you think just react if one of them used nuclear weapons? Fingers crossed. Fuck it, dude, I agree. Yeah, I've been tracking that. You would think by now we wouldn't be this as a species. We wouldn't be this fucking stupid. But you can't ever replace the knowledge that human beings are innately. We are still very close to our primal predecessors. We haven't really evolved hell of a lot. The way we use resources, we are still super tribal, very tribal. We really, I think from my understanding, we had this, it's called this reptilian brain, primal brain. And it's always fight or flight. When you see somebody or something, the first reaction is, will it eat me? And right at the same moment, it's, oh, can I eat it? So that's our first thing. Do I eat it, or is it going to eat me? And then it drops down to, oh, okay. Does it look, because then it's just, information. Does it look like me? Is it shaped like what I recognize? Right? Is it shaped like the things? Remember, we didn't really have mirrors when we did. So like, oh, the thing that raised me looked like this. So that doesn't look like the thing that raised me. And if it doesn't look like me, it probably wants to eat me. And that's kind of our instantaneous reaction to things that aren't familiar, right? Because remember, you're infant, and your whole nurturing pattern is from somebody who looks a certain way. If you were raised and nurtured by a bear, you think bear was family. Depends. As an infant, that's what. If you're raised by wolves, you think wolves were your family, because that's what you're raised with. That's your programming, right? So when people, we had this instantaneous checklist. Does it look like the thing that raised me? If it doesn't, does it look like, do I recognize it from some other part of my life? And then slowly you work through, but quickly you work through, like, okay, I'm safe, I'm not safe, I'm not safe. And we have that, we have that in spades, I think. And until you're able to stop and slow things down. So wait a minute, am I really in danger? Or am I just reacting to some ancient programming? Am I really offended? Or is it somebody told me I should be offended, but I don't really care? It's called self-awareness, right? And until we sit down and make that our priority, teaching our kids, reading, writing, and self-awareness, oh, this is an emotion. This is a feeling. Oh, this is a sensation that my body has. This is an emotion. How are they connected? Oh, here's a thought. We have thoughts, body, emotions. We're not taught how to see this, how to separate those. We think you have a stomach ache means you're depressed, or if you're tired, you're depressed. No, you're tired. Knowing the difference, and we're not trained that way. And that's why we're still circling in the cesspool, this toilet of idiocy. We haven't been trained. How do you differentiate an emotion from a physical sensation? What? Oh, are they the same thing? No, they're not. Let's go. So Narks, things are going so well. We having such a nice time, Narks. We having such a good day. I can't have anything nice with you kids. Nothing. You got to come in and ruin it with something like that. Let's see. Hey, Brock Maggiano. It is ancient programming, isn't it? That's what it is. It all breaks down to the programming that and it's not just ancient, my friend. It's what's our localized. What our family does, what our nationality, our churches, our schools. What's your kindergarten teacher programming you with? What type of good and bad habits are you being programmed with your religion? It's all programming, and the trick is we have to find a way to sift through our programming, see if it actually works for us. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's just we needed certain programmings to survive our childhoods, and then all of a sudden you don't need that anymore. But if we're still responding to a fear you had as an infant, that doesn't apply to a grown man. You know, if your survival was making your your parents happy, so you spend your time trying to desperately clinging to making other people happy, and you're not taking care of yourself. It's we don't train our people. Our That's not something we're trained to do. We're trained to the stuff we're being programmed to do now is fucking insane. Hey Matthew, get out of here, man. Good talking to you. We're done here in about 15 minutes. Anyways, I've got a lot of work to do today. Well, I wrote that, man. Make sure if you get Black Ops 4, go through the specialist training. It's some crazy shit. I wrote all that, and I wrote a lot of the stuff for Black Ops 4. So the specialist training headquarters, it's kind of crazy. So, Luca. Let's see. That the childhood is the ground we stand on. It's I don't know if it's the ground, but it's a coat that we're given to wear, and we can take it off anytime we want. We can change the insulation. We can change it. I don't know if I want to call it ground because it is changeable. Because once you start realizing, oh, I don't have to be afraid of this. Oh, my aunt did this to me, but I don't have to. Oh, yes, they train me to be this way, but I don't really. It's not really. It doesn't really. I'm not happy because I've been doing this particular practice my whole life. Now I'm not happy. I can change it. That's the thing. If it doesn't work, if it's not things that made us safe when we were young may make us, sad in the future. Things that we use to protect ourselves. If you're a pretty girl and you're always getting hit on guys, so you kind of like get this wall up, and you make guys, it becomes leverage, it becomes power, and all of a sudden you're a pretty young girl, and it works, and all of a sudden you're 50, 60 years old, and that shit don't work no more. You got to change that behavior. The idea that you can use your attractiveness as leverage against people, against men mostly, and other women. So that's what I'm saying. The tools we used when we were younger probably weren't very good tools in the first place, but it's all we had. It's what we were trained with. Mine were really special. Hey Nathan, great. How you doing? Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, don't stay woke. Be the opposite of woke. Just be intelligent. I have been to Germany a couple of times. I played hockey in Belgium, and we used to play hockey in Germany. And then I was there with the USO back in 2013. Yeah. Getting close. What else? You guys following any hockey out there? You guys seen any hockey games? What's Awesome Matthew got now? Is it 68 goals? Hey, Ryan, get out of here. Yeah. I'm reading my YouTube feed. This whole Hollywood downfall, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of changes in the NHL. I'm just reading stuff here. Yeah, I know. Stay woke. Yeah, don't stay woke. Oh my gosh. I guess that used to be a good thing. Being woke was once upon a was a compliment. Like me, someone said, you're based. I go, based in what? I get based in gravy, based. No, that means you're, I mean, like woke used to be. Now it's like it's I can't keep up. What's this one that's coming back now? What? Remember that commercial when what? And I hear people do that arbitrarily. I go, what the fuck? I get lost. Cryptus, I'm glad you do, man. A man who loves his job never works a day in his life. Well, I've known Rich since Blackjacks, which became SEAL Patrol. I love Rich. Rich is a great kid, great guy. I love the guy. He's always fun to work with. He's in Florida. I got to call him. You're going to Hawaii. Where you going, man? Enjoy. What? Brock, what island are you going to? The what? Yeah, I got friends going there as well. I got a couple some filmmakers. They're going to Kauai actually next week. Yeah. Good place to be, man. I know the island well. Yeah, I do. Well, I know parts of the island well, I should say that. Have you any stories from filming with Avenged Sevenfold? I saw Fantasy motion capture on YouTube. They're great. They're really good guys. Really nice guys. Yeah, we had fun. They're just nice kids. They're just that whole shoot was great with Kamar and David. Those kind of shoots were they were added after the fact. They brought us in. We did that way after principal photography was done, and it was a good day because it's just it's easy going, a lot of fun. You didn't have to worry about. I got to really improv most of the script. I wrote the script actually. I worked with Dave on writing that script, and then on the day out, we just kind of. I think that shit with the chair. That was fun. I made this. Well, no, this is not. This is pre-made. I just painted it. But when I was in high school, we did that. Yeah, everybody stay woke. All right. Yeah, but now it's not being used in a lot of. I go, why? And someone used it on set the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you adding that into? This is a fucking horror film. Why are you adding that?" But actors are actors, and sometimes you want to feel special. Lazy Saturday today? No, it's actually I got a lot to do today. Shit. Um I'm from Scotland. It's just stabbed and mugged. You guys are funny. You have teachers striking where you are? I'm sorry, man. What are they? Rock, I just saw you. Wink, wink. Are you going to visit? Are you visiting Sam there? Is that you going to visit her? Are you going to make a visit? What part of Scotland are you from, man? Not high school. It's not high school. It is probably elementary school, junior high. Junior high, we had well, back in the day, junior high was great. Junior high, they taught us car mechanics, drafting, woodworking, sheet metal, welding, and pottery. We got to do it all. You're in Edinburgh? I need to go. I need to go to Edinburgh. I am keeping well. Thanks. They're pissed at Trudeau for not raising. Yeah, he'll raise the carbon tax, but he won't give the money to the teachers. I fucking that guy is just he's a problem. Let's see, Raul Menendez. Best, yes, he was. I thought. Well, I think that's because of Kamar. Kamar de la Reyes was outstanding as an actor. And the Spada hyena. Yes, it's yeah, but he's not like a lion. Head on head, a lion would fucking rip up a hyena. But you get a bunch of hyenas together, and that's dangerous. So I said it wrong. Trudeau was an idiot. Yeah. Well, he does idiotic things, that's for sure. Cryptic. Sorry, James, but I hate it when people say Edinburgh like that. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. It's like Edinburgh. 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 Yeah, I'll be doing this for all day. I'll be fucking making myself crazy over this stuff. Interesting. All right. So it's 12 after. It's we're at 72 minutes. We're going to cut out at 75 minutes. So I got 3 minutes. Let's start saying our goodbyes. It's been a great morning. Thanks for showing up. Everybody appreciate it. Glad you're here. I will be posting things from my gig. Hopefully they'll let me. This I'm looking at the cool. All right, there you go. All right. Everybody, it's the cryptics. Yeah, I promise you I will. Yeah, Orlock, man, hang in there. Keep marching on. Jib, get out of here. I'm having a good one just because you told me to. Cryptics, Edinburgh. Just be cool in Edinburgh. Oh, hang on, someone's knocking at my door.
Hi, are you guys using those mailboxes?
Yes, we are.
They're not labeled, you know?
I'm going to label that later on.
So the first was 22, 24, 26.
You got it.
That's what I figured, but I didn't see no labels there.
Thanks, man. Bye now.
All right.
Here you go. Let's see what we got here. I have Citibank, City of Los Angeles. Ooh, I think my business certificate came in. All right, hey everybody, it's the Brock Hussein. Yeah. All right, Brock, take care. You still gotta set up a coffee date at some point. Tam, see you, Cryptics. Charlie Palmer. Thanks, appreciate that. All right, 30 seconds left. We're getting close. Yeah. Here it is. I got my LA tax registration certificate. Look at it. I'm in. All right, buddy. Track me now because I don't know how to find you, buddy. I do not know how to find you, people. All right. If I don't talk to you, enjoy your trip. Get down to the You'll figure it out. It's a great place to be. If I can, it's not. It doesn't really have that those spaces. I would love to do that, but this movie, I'm really not doing that much. So I got 2 weeks, but I don't have a lot of ice time. So. Yeah. Here you go. And it's time. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Have a great one. Like and subscribe before you go. What else can I say? Glad from Sheffield. Good stuff. And as we say, get rid of this one. There you go. Yeah, Woods out. Everybody, take care. Woods out.